What I like about this thing is it's pretty sturdy. I mean, it has enough to hold all that plus 165 pounds. Well, kind of. Yeah. Our big husky goes in there. The only thing that we have found is if you could look on that corner there is our dog likes to poke at gaps, so he poked at that pretty good. And then the middle inside is pretty much just like this, so it's a very thin piece of metal, and he's pretty much shaved it down with his nails because he'll just scratch at it. And then the more it wears, the more he keeps going. So yeah, other than that, I think it's pretty good. I know there are some things that you could buy that attach to the side. So right here, you could buy something that attaches into there and goes all the way across to kind of make it a little more sturdy. But that is an extra cost. Now, this crate is already like almost $800. And I don't understand why something like that couldn't just come along with it. I mean, it's like an extra, what, a couple $100, I think? I haven't looked at it in a while. But I think it's a little silly that you spend this much money on this product, and then to get extra support, you have to buy something else. Now, granted, they're a business, so they're going to get their money anyway, because people will buy it. But other than that, I think it's pretty good. The latches are pretty strong. Since we've moved the crates into the garage, we moved them here in the winter, and we had some space heaters when the car wasn't in here, and the dogs just didn't like it. So we actually haven't put the dogs, especially Bear, in his crate in quite some time. So it was a lot of money for a short-term deal. We might try and bring it inside to see what happens, to see if he'll feel differently about it. Because what was happening is every time we put him in, he would just scrape and scrape and scrape at that side. So, and then you can see kind of all that right there. He was just licking it, he's just licking it to see if he can get out of it. Another thing that he poked at, which is another kind of negative probably. Oh, I'm not sure if I can open the door fully. Let's see. You'll see all that. Now that at one point was welded. Yeah, and it's even worse on the end. So yeah, overall I think it's a pretty good product. Oh, there it is right there. You can see the separation. I think that could have been, it doesn't look like it was welded, just looks like kind of bolted with those things. But yeah, other than that, I think it's been a pretty good product. Obviously we're not using it, so it's a kind of an expensive shelf at the moment. But if you're thinking about getting one, this is the foldable one, so it does fold down, which is super convenient. So when we actually do want to move it, it'll just break down and then we can move it somewhere else in the house. The other one that we wanted, the fully psychiatric ward one, sorry, hope I don't offend anybody, the big version of that, or the more sturdy version of that, doesn't break down, and it was quite wide, and it wouldn't fit through our doors. So that's why we got this version. Again, it's pretty good. So you can see that there's 2 points there and there to attach extra rods. Now again, I think that should have come with it. But I am not the manufacturer or the business person, so they do what they got to do. So if you're thinking about getting one, they are great crates. They are expensive, and as long as your dog is comfortable in it, it might, anything new, the dog will need to adjust, obviously. But if your dog is comfortable with it, it's a great crate to have if, your dog has tore through crates before. Again, it might just be the placement of the crate. When we had it in here and the dog's in it, it did get cold in here. We did try and warm it up with some space heaters and stuff, but he just didn't like it when we moved it in here. So we haven't actually used it since maybe February, and we got it in October. So yeah, kind of an expensive thing, but it may work for you, it may not. Every dog is different, every home is different, every owner is different. Excuse me, sorry. So it may be better for you than it was for me. So yep, that is my review. Good crate, expensive, not fully complete in my opinion. There's my daughter. But again, it may suit your needs better than it did mine.